Good morning. Happy Tortured Poets, what is it? Tortured Poets, now I forgot. Oh no. The Tortured Poets Department. That was not hard. Happy the Tortured Poets Department release. I'm like slowly making my way through. I listened to Fortnite, the Tortured Poets Department. Now I'm on my Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, so I'm kind of planning on that the entire day. It's raining today, which is kind of setting the mood. And then also, I feel like it's so redundant for me to be like, oh, I had a busy week, because I'm always gonna say that, probably. But I did have a busy week in which I did a lot in the past couple work days, to where I'm hoping today can be like, get the ducks in a row before the weekend type work day. My name is Anna, if you don't know me. I'm a medical social worker working at a children's hospital. I'm 24, I live in Atlanta. Oh my gosh, my ring is upstairs because I didn't want, I don't want to get all this on it, but recently engaged. I'm planning to announce that on Instagram by the time this video goes up. At this current day and time, I still have not, just because I don't know what to post. Like, I'm psyching myself out about it each time. But my goal is this weekend. Me and Zach take some sort of cute picture and then I can post it on Instagram. Because I've like texted people and I've told family and called family and put it on like a private Snapchat story that had like 10 people on it. So some people know, but I am excited to post a little engagement announcement on Instagram. But yeah, we'll go get my ring from upstairs. I don't know how to take care of it the best. I'm still learning, but like doing skincare with my engagement ring on doesn't feel like taking care of it in the best way possible. This whole week at work, I've been going without makeup, and I kind of love the freedom to do that, but I'll put on mascara today for the masses. Or I guess because I'm filming, then I can have eyelashes while we talk. I feel like the things that I've had going on in the time that we've been away from each other between Sunday and then today, Friday, is coming up over this weekend. I know I always say it, I'm really getting back into the gym and like actually challenging myself and specifically working to build muscle type of range. Last week, as you know, I had like my next one on placement, and so I wasn't lifting. There's no like activity restrictions. I just didn't feel comfortable lifting whenever it was sore and like, I don't know, finding its way how to be inside my skin. So my plan is to start on Saturday. I did get out and did like a couple little sessions of cardio this week, and so that was kind of me trying to like ease myself back into it. But I do have a specific goal now of truly being better in the gym. I think I always plan for change without actually ever making a change. Like, I will sit down with my Google Calendar and put like so many different workouts in it and put like so many different goals and write them all down, and I just continue planning and planning and planning for change. And so I need to stop spending my energy planning for change and actually just like make the change happen. That was something a.bea.s talked about recently that has really resonated with me. So you haven't necessarily missed that, because technically it's going to be starting tomorrow. Anna, back in the gym. And it's not that I've been out and like not been working out, but I used to be in the gym in a much different way than I am now. And whenever I started running, quite literally this time last year, like within a few days from being this time last year, it just threw off my schedule because I was doing something entirely different. And I haven't gotten back into lifting in the same way that I had been before running, even though I'm not like actively running right now either. So I've noticed that I would prefer to be back at the activity level that I was. It just is such an adjustment period, especially whenever you get off work and your body is like, I need to be horizontal and that is all I need. Those are the things I'm working through. I think sometimes I don't take you along on my morning routine because sometimes my morning routine is kind of rushed or is like exactly the amount of time that I need in order to get ready, which means that I can hardly film. But I feel like lately what the routine has been is like getting out of bed, doing my alarm 5:45, and that was new because I'm trying to like creep back towards waking up earlier. Doing my alarm at 5:45, usually staying in bed though until like 6:15 until I actually feel ready. And then I roll on out, come downstairs, do the whole like, I have to do my brush teeth skincare first or else I just don't feel like a person. So I do my whole skincare, brush teeth, heck, we'll brush my hair even. If I'm putting on makeup, I'll usually do it now. Like I said though, the past week I really just haven't been. And then I feel like the main chore in my morning routine is getting all of my food ready for the day. Because I don't eat breakfast here anymore. I eat breakfast once I get to work, and so I'll make a smoothie that I'll take with me and drink when I get to work. I'll make coffee that I take with me and drink when I get to work, and then I make lunches too and try to have on hand like any snacks that I may need. So really the very main part of my morning routine is food centric. And it's like a full-time job. Jewelry I've been wearing this week, I feel like I'm being more purposeful about it since now I have a ring to wear too. Oh, if I can put it on me. This necklace from Ana Luisa, can you see that? It's just like just a little diamond. These little huggy earrings are what I always wear from Ana Luisa. I don't take them out once I put them in. And then But that's upstairs. Let's go get, what do we want to do? Zach just texted me. He just texted me, babe, it was a double album. That's so crazy. Yes, it was. And I'm gonna get back to listening to that and then go get dressed, I guess. And then we'll start on the food journey. We have like an hour, so we're doing good for time. Doing real good for time right now. Because I can stay for to pick up my book and Whole Foods to make. I've now run into the problem where, because I got out of bed early, I'm entirely ready to go and it's like 6:45, so not yet time to go to work. So I'm just kind of sitting, I'll find something to do on my computer, but this does not usually happen in the morning routine. This is not a part that I'm used to. Also, sorry, instead of getting my ring light out, I literally put my phone flashlight behind the camera and that's why this is going on. But yes, whenever I get into work today, I'm gonna have to do a chart review. That's what I do every morning, just to see what happened overnight and also see who came in overnight or who discharged yesterday after I left. And I get a glimpse of my day by doing that. And then I have one set of rounds today and the rest of the day will kind of just be up to me to fill, which is great. Good morning. It's Wednesday, so we're halfway through the work week. This week so far has been kind of slow on my actual social work tasks, but we have a new social worker who started, who's been shadowing, so that's been fun. It's been a little extra like spice, and then a couple of the tasks that I've done just like take a little bit longer with explaining and everything, but I love doing that, so it's been fun. I really love that. I love being like no longer the newest person and being able to explain things and make other social workers feel welcome. Big fan of that. I look a little bit nicer today than I usually would for work because I filmed a brand deal this morning for TikTok for a Smashbox foundation. So I obviously like had to put foundation on to do it. And then it looks weird, I feel like, to wear foundation without like anything else on. So I just finished up and now I'm kind of feeling myself. Now I'm like, why don't I do this for work every day? I don't want to spoil the rest of this week, but this week is a little fun in that straight from work on Friday, Zach and I are taking a little road trip to North Carolina to see family. So I'm excited for that. We'll be gone all weekend. So that makes things a little bit different. Tonight, I am maybe getting a Kindle delivered. And by maybe, I mean I did order a Kindle, which is new for me. I've always been a physical book girl. And I've always been like, I'm never gonna get a Kindle. But honestly, I think what's convinced me is the fact that since I no longer have a working car, I can't just like make it to and from the library as easily to pick up physical books. And so I haven't been, and I 100% have books that I own that I'm now working my way through since I haven't been getting library books. But I also was like a Kindle could be pretty good, especially with like traveling and things that are coming up this summer, like being on a plane and everything. It is a lot easier to bring a Kindle than it is to bring like 7 physical books, especially on trips that I like work through books or that the plane ride is kind of long. So that's exciting. But why I say maybe is because I took a chance and we're supposed to use a delivery service to deliver packages to our apartment. The delivery service is bad. And if something ships with Amazon, FedEx, or UPS, they usually deliver just fine. It's USPS that doesn't if you deliver to like our actual address. And so I was like, well, I'll just cross my fingers because you know Amazon sometimes uses all sorts of different things. And I got a Kindle and a Kindle case and a pop socket. It all fit within the budget, don't you worry. And the case and pop socket got shipped with Amazon and should be here today. So they should be here no problem. The Kindle itself got shipped with USPS and is supposed to be here today. And I'm really hoping there's no problem and I'm just able to get it, but we'll see. I am gonna sit and drink my smoothie and film. No, I already did that. Edit the little TikTok that I was making. If you were my apartment office trying to raise my rent by, I think it's 6% is what it evens out being, even though that there's same floor plans that are currently listed online for cheaper than what we pay now, if that makes sense. I wrote like what I feel like is a really good email trying to negotiate that downwards because I would love to not have to move again this summer, especially with how exhausting moving is and the fact that we just did it last summer and it was exhausting. And also really like this apartment, but with like the renewal offer that they gave us, I don't feel like it would make, I don't know. I'm just really holding out on them like lowering it so that we don't even have to think about moving somewhere else. Basically what we pay now is $1,734. What they offered is $1,834, so a whole $100 more expensive. And there's ones listed on the website right now for $1,639 that would be available at the same time we're renewing. So like if we're already paying more than what they're being listed at now, I feel like they should renew downwards, but we'll see. This is my favorite paragraph of the email I sent. Zach and I would love to be able to renew our lease here, but at the rates we've been offered, it would not make sense to renew at this rate given the current market. We have always been ideal tenants with 100% on-time payments, no complaints, and have taken excellent care of your property. We enjoy our current apartment and would welcome the opportunity to be able to call it home longer, saving you the cleaning, vacancy time, and process of finding new tenants. It's like I kind of hate myself for it, but also I just really hope it works. I said I am willing to pay $17.26 because I think that's what we currently pay now. There's just like a $15 amenity fee too. I am willing to pay $17.26 as base rent. This remains higher than the parallel apartment mentioned previously and remains higher than the market price in the area. Please let me know if this rate can be honored as it would be a mutually beneficial compromise for us both. Thank you in advance for your consideration and for your votes. Do you think it'll work? I hope they get back to me soon so I can just know because I would love to renew this lease and not move. My bad. I'll wait. I'm obviously home from work now. I was walking home. Well, I was walking like part of the way with a coworker and all of a sudden out of nowhere it started pouring rain. And so she was so kind and actually drove me home today, which like I said, was so kind. I was gonna go work out tonight, but then we got our lease renewal offer and I got caught up typing my whole big long email and then realized that it just was not happening tonight. Today at work was so super busy, just seeing lots and lots of people, answering lots and lots of questions, helping out with lots and lots of resources. And then we had a staff meeting at the end of the day that actually went a little bit late, but I got recognized for my 1-year anniversary at the staff meeting, which we're not quite yet actually at my 1-year anniversary. It's next month, but they're just like recognizing it now because it will have passed by the next staff meeting. So that was sweet. And that was also kind of wild, but cute. I can't believe it's like coming up on 1 year. Welcome back to my cabinet. It's been a little bit since you've been in here. This morning was one of those mornings that I got like yanked out of sleep, violently yanked out of sleep by my alarm, and I feel like everything, like I've taken care of things now, but like my eyes felt so weird, probably because of the pollen. I was like so thirsty, but I also really needed to pee. Because I was so thirsty, my mouth was like so dry. I was like as I'm waking up. I'm tired overall. I just feel like so far, I wouldn't say I got off on the wrong side of the bed, but like it wasn't the right side for sure either. So hopefully we can fix things. I feel like why I'm like mentally weird right now, which I hope this doesn't come off as negative. It's just like where my brain's at and I'm trying to fix it, is feeling like I'm a little loser failure because I was gonna go work out last night and obviously I didn't because I was typing that email that I was telling you about, which I've not heard back from yet, which makes sense because it was like 6 p.m. last night. I'm just anxiously awaiting an answer, which just like changed my plan. But then like even with not working out, because I was spending so much time on that, I like still didn't eat dinner until late because I got like hyper fixated, and then I like didn't get any chance to read my book. So it just like was not like a great night. Like I don't think I did any of the things I wanted to originally, except for I guess type that email, which was good, and I chose to do that, but it just like made me feel like I didn't get to do anything instead I usually like to do in an evening. And then this morning I woke up early. I woke up at 5. It's currently 5:35 with the intent of going to work out, and I just hate it. Like especially whenever I'm like I literally could just go today after work. So I was up at 5 regardless. So I guess now I kind of woke up early for no reason other than like getting me used to waking up early. I think once I'm used to waking up at 5, I can like go to the gym early just fine. But whenever it is like so ugly feeling to wake up at 5, I'm like I have to ease into the day. And also I really wanted to like sit down and read Funny Story by Emily Henry because I got it on Tuesday and I didn't get to read it at all yesterday, and I really want to do that. And then I feel like another little stressor going on in my brain is the fact that since yesterday was really busy and finished with the staff meeting, I didn't really like final step finish a lot of the things yesterday. Like there's like 3 emails that I need to write when I get in just to like wrap things up. There's like 4 notes that I need to type that I didn't yesterday because I didn't get the chance to. There's like a consult that I got that we have 72 hours to complete, so I'm not late, but I like to get them done and see the family on the day that I get it, and I didn't get a chance to yesterday. And then like there's a family I did see, and then I left, and then like an hour later they asked if I could come back, and I just never made it back. And so part of me is like, no, you did good, like you did see them, and like you can just go see them again today. But there's just like so many things like that I'm like I didn't follow through, or like I didn't finish, and I need to wrap everything up with a little bow. I really want my bow to be in place, but I think hopefully I'll have time to do that today, especially because we have our like longer rounds in the morning this morning, so I can take time to like type notes during that or something. So everything should be fine. It's just like right now my brain is like bleh. So I'm gonna make some coffee. We got Don Francisco coffee again, which is just so delicious. I just really love it a lot. Oh, and sorry, just thought of this, but the fact this weekend I went on like a little spring cleaning kick, except I didn't finish everything. And so something I did do was got a lot of the stuff out of the like clear plastic shelves that we have over in the office, because I've always wanted to just like have those be gone, especially because a lot of the stuff in it is things that we like, don't actually need to keep, like papers from college or things like that that I genuinely do not need, or even just like mail that has just like ended up there even though it's non-needed mail. So I went through all of that, and the plastic shelves are empty, but there's still now like piles on the floor of things that I need to put away, and so that room looks an absolute mess, and I have not put it away yet. And if I don't tonight, then it's just gonna be that way over the weekend and whenever we get back next week, because we're leaving straight after work tomorrow. So I feel like with all these things that I'm not doing, my mindset is justifiable, even though nothing is that serious, and I will be just fine. feeling so much better than when we talked last. I did go work out yesterday, and I also was able to tie up a lot of loose ends at work yesterday, so overall the brain kind of straightened itself out in a way that was really good. Today's our road trip day, so it's 6:55 now. I've packed up, made little eggs for breakfast, and I'm going to work, but I'm leaving. It's gonna be like 3:30 is my guess of when we'll get to leave. We're leaving straight from work to drive to North Carolina, and I have a care conference with the family at 3, so just whenever it's finished is whenever we'll leave to go. So I'm very excited, and I also feel like I've done a lot this week, so I'm hoping that Friday, I mean, knock on wood, can be a little bit calmer. I can like sit and like do paperwork that I need to catch up on, which is not a lot. It's just like I've gotten various resources this week, and we track those whenever we get them, so I just have to like fill out a paper for each of them. It's not crazy. My notes are done, but there's just like a couple extra pieces that I need to do too. It's fun with our road trip because going from Atlanta to where we're going in North Carolina is truly just like the one highway. So once we get on the highway, we're just there for like 4.5 hours. I am gonna bring Funny Story with me, my Emily Henry book, and my other book too. I don't know if I'll be able to read in the car. I used to, if I was in the front seat, I'd be able to just fine. I feel like lately I've been growing into motion sickness more, so I don't know if I'll be able to read, but I will try, and I'm very excited.
The putting one was, remember?
Oh yeah.
Of all ages, welcome to the Cannonballers Nighttime Spectacular, presented by Atrium Health. When the Kannapolis sky begins to dim, our hope is that these fireworks remind all of us that you can shine bright even through the darkest times. So sit back, relax, and open up your hearts to the beauty of fireworks here at Atrium Health Ballpark.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
It looks like every day it's pretty. I'm at work and stuff.
That's right. I swear I saw, like, at the very beginning, I don't know, maybe like immature eagles, like when they're like gray and stuff.
I just saw him dive into him right here. So I'm like, well, if he's diving, that means there's fish there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down.
There is something, little reflections. Zach and I had lots of time to talk about it on the drive home because whenever we were driving back from North Carolina back to Atlanta, it was like my first time I've ever gotten caught in unexpected Atlanta traffic, which it's known for. And we were in traffic for about an hour and a half when we were about 20 minutes away from home. And oh my gosh, that was a lot, but we really were trying to be patient. And something we were talking about is just like how good it feels to spend time doing things that just like totally shift your perspective on life by spending time with like family and like watching the girls grow up and just like having a like slow, I don't know, it's just like spending time together can make everything else in the world not seem so like serious and not seem so bad. And it's just really incredible. And we're kind of reflecting on the fact that like a lot of this year is starting to like really fill up for us, like just a lot of busy things ahead, but all of it are things that like that's what's going to bookmark my life this year, is like fun family events and fun like changes and things like that. Like that's what I'm gonna remember this year for. And so whenever I go to work full time, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, it's like there's been times when that has felt like the #1 thing, and that has felt like the thing that is just like defining my life. And having just like so many great things that have like a purpose outside of work at all is what's going to be shaping and like bookmarking my year this year, and that is a really good feeling. So just want to share that reflection with you because like I said, we had lots of time to talk about it in the car. Thanks for joining this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. We got fun things coming, lots of vlogs coming, and I just hope that you choose to stick around for all of it. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.